Okay, good afternoon, Marines. My name is Staff Sergeant Romero, and I am the UVA for MTAX 48, and I'm going to be conducting the Understanding the Sexual Assault. These are the other UVAs from the group: Staff Sergeant New Year, myself, Staff Sergeant Dickerson from Com Squad, AC2T, Sergeant Me. Overview. Okay, the Marine Corps Order, sexual assault defined, common myth, offender characteristics, sexual assault trauma syndrome, risk reductions, suggestions, reporting procedures. Marine Corps Order 1752 to Act 5 Bravo, zero tolerance sexual assault. Okay, victims have access to appropriate assistance. Perpetrator of sexual assault will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Impact on readiness. Sexual assault impacts the reputation and the prestige of the Marine Corps, destroys spirit to corps, and it creates trauma for the victim. DOD definition: sexual assault is defined as intentional sexual contact characterized by the use of force, physical threat, or abuse of authority, or when the victim does not or cannot consent. Sexual assault includes rape, non-consensual sodomy, oral or anal sex, indecent assault, inappropriate sexual contact or fondling, or attempts to commit these acts. Okay, sexual assault can occur without regard of genders or spousal relationship or age of victim. It is not the same as sexual harassment. Sexual assault includes rape, sodomy, indecent assault, and any attempt of the above acts. The civilian world, it's a little bit different from the military. 1 out of 6 women and 33. 1 out of 6 women and 1 out of 33 men are assaulted. Common themes in the military are alcohol, someone you know. Consent is sometimes a muddy issue. Both victim and alleged perpetrators are commonly junior in rank and in their 20s. Victims are young, impressionable, eager to belong, very sensitive to peer pressure, isolated from friends and family, eager to prove themselves. Offenders may suffer from shining star syndrome. Both here, lots of do's and don'ts while striving for independence. Both look to their immediate supervisors and leaders to set the tone. These are the facts. Myths and facts: sexual assault is a crime of passion. That is a myth. It's actually about power. The sex offender are usually a stranger. Most sexual offenders are someone that you know. Offenders tend to target vulnerable and easy intimidated, regardless of their age and physical attributes or dress. Women secretly want to be sexually assaulted. Those are both myths. Who are the offenders? Pretty much anybody could be an offender. About 50% between the ages of 21 and 29 years of age. 46 perceived to be under the influence of alcohol. About 85% of the cases involves no weapons at all. Other offenders can and do look like anyone, so anyone in this room can be an offender. Could be any rank, race, age, top performer, outstanding athlete, the good guy in pretty much, or the good Samaritan. The good-looking Marine, former boyfriend, girlfriend that still has access to your living quarters. Reminders of evaluating risk. Charming, excellent, fit rep. Okay, the good guy, again, is accused of telling the truth. Engaging in high-risk behaviors does not mean the victim is lying or is deserving of the assault. Undetected offender, non-stranger, pretty much a predator that's out there looking for, saying that maybe tonight he's going to go and have sex. Use only the level of violence necessary to pretty much reach his goal of having sex. There was a study done where 1,882 men were asked this question: have you ever had sexual intercourse with an adult when they did not want to because you used physical force if they did not cooperate? 120 were defined as rapists. 10% committed sexual assaults. Only one case was reported. 483 total sexual assaults, average 4 sexual assaults per offender. These are the types of sexual assaults: non-stranger, stranger, gang, and male. Sexual assault can be preventable. Situation awareness: should know at all times where you're at. Act at least like you know where you're going. Communicate the needs and wishes clearly. So good communication. Be assertive. Avoid isolation. Use the buddy system. Trust your gut instinct, your intuition. Be aware that use of drugs and alcohol increase vulnerability. This is a message for female Marines. You need to be able to communicate clearly on what you want and what you don't want regarding sexual behavior. Speak up at any time when you feel uncomfortable about a situation. And again, practice situation awareness. Message for males: never assume that you know what the woman wants. Sexual activity, if there's any sexual activity, you need to communicate verbally. If the woman says maybe, you might want to think about taking that as a no. Create a climate that is respectful to all. This is what a leader should do. Do not allow the behavior of a few Marines to tarnish the prestige of the Marine Corps. Interrupt inappropriate behavior. If you see inappropriate behavior, that's what you need to do, is interrupt that. Cut off sexual demeaning storytelling, joking, bantering. Hold all accountable for any sexual demeaning or aggressive behavior. Report all incidences. Become familiar with the resources in the community. This is a message for everyone regarding alcohols and the use of drugs. Reporting a suspected sexual assault. We're all mandated reporters, all Marines, regarding a suspected or alleged sexual assault, with the exception of the UVA. Reporting options: PMO, CDO, UVA, medical, NCIS, chaplain, and a friend or roommate. Okay, restricted, not restricted, just think of that as private, not private. If you or someone you know has been sexually assaulted, you need to make sure that you get to a safe place first. Get someone that can help you preserve the evidence. Get medical attention. Victim assistance, contact information. Help is available 24/7, 365 days. Okay, you can contact your local Marine and Family Services. After duty hours, you can contact the police or, again, your UVA. Uniform victim advocates, again, like I mentioned before, 24/7, 365. We'll provide the initial support. These are the sexual assault hotline and the MCCS OneSource number. A message for all: do not blame the victim. Hold the offender accountable for their inappropriate behavior. Encourage reporting to reduce the risks. Any questions?
Staff Sergeant, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So if I have a report to make and I don't want it to be known to everybody, what do I do?
So you want a restricted report is what you want. So what you do is you go directly to your UVA. You can also choose to go to your chaplain, but if you want to prosecute, you need to go directly to your UVA. Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Yes?
Staff Sergeant, I have a question. If we have a situation where a Marine gets involved with somebody, they've been out drinking, and the person that they wish to engage in sexual relations with is intoxicated or passed out, and we want to have sex and they're not able to say yes or no, what can we do?
Well, you're not getting consent, so you leave the individual alone and you do not have sex with that individual.
Oh.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay, so if there's no further questions, then that concludes my, my class. Thank you.